Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. Geeks are back after a hot week. UFC 279. Freaking lit that shit on fire. All right. We're here to torch it again. Let's get into it. Main card pick Song Yadong versus Corey Sandhagen main event. We're breaking down every pick on the main card, starting at the bottom. Here we go. We got a heavyweight scrap between Tanner Bossier and Rodrigo Nacimento. Tanner Bossier is 20-8-1. Rodrigo Nacimento 8-1. Nacimento is a brawler. This guy likes to get in the pocket. This guy likes to throw hooks. This guy is aggressive. Yeah, he's got a little bit of jitsu, but nothing too crazy. He's really big. He's not too flexible, but he's just one of those Brazilian guys that's been doing it for a while. Tanner Bozier, on the other hand, is a pretty crisp striker. I'm not gonna lie, in and out, bouncy. I think that he's gonna be having the upper hand on the feet. I think he's gonna be touching up Nacimento from distance. I think it's gonna be striking on his watch. I think whenever he's gonna be engaging all the time. And then on the other hand, I think that he's a really good wrestler. And I think that it's going to kind of nullify Rodrigo's jiu-jitsu. I think Bozier is a safe play. I watched this guy swallow like 12 eggs raw out of a cup on his Instagram. And he'll like serve it up with like 12 pieces of liver, raw liver. So, I mean, this guy's an absolute Neanderthal. He's a killer. Give me Tanner Bozier minus 190 to start us off. What do you got, Goose?
First off, like you said last week, geeks were hot. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. But going into the pick, it's gonna be Bozier for me. I think that he's got just cleaner striking. They're gonna be about the same size. I think his defensive wrestling's good enough. If Nacimento wants to shoot a takedown, I think it will get halted. And on the feet, Bozier's just a lot more crisp. He's got a pretty crazy background. He's a black belt in either Taekwondo or karate. So he's got good kicks. I think he's given up a little reach, but he's got kicks and quickness to get inside. So I think it'll be a good night for Mr. Tanner Bozier.
Yeah, a much more athletic frame coming at more of a pudgier figure. What do you got, Dano?
I'm going to be outnumbered here, and I don't mind it because I don't mind the Bozer pick, but I'm going to ride with Nacimento in this one because Bozer's, even though this is a heavyweight, he's like a smaller heavyweight, and he's been bullied before. So I'm going to really wait till I make my pick, like in real life, because I'm going to wait to see the scales. If Rodrigo comes in big, um, I'm going to look to hit his line, but if he comes in a little shorter, because he did just get popped for PEDs, I believe. So, he could come back a different guy. We've seen that before. But if he comes in big, I like him in this one. But Bozer's very skilled, got good hands. If Nacimento can't bully him and he stuffs takedowns and he's forced to stay on the feet with him, it might go Bozer. But I'm going to ride with Nacimento.
Let's go. We're moving right into the next boot. We got a middleweight scrap. Alan Amadovsky, 8-3, coming out against B like Joseph Pfeiffer, 9-2, contender series standout. Fighting out of that Gracie Philly. Great gym over there, got great teammates. He's getting really good work. Alan Amadovsky, on the other hand, he's still looking for that UFC win. This guy kind of feels like they brought him in to kind of get thrown around a little bit. And they're putting him in a spot here against the guy that they just put a huge spotlight on, and now they got him in the main card. I mean, it's very clear, it's very evident what the game plan is here with the UFC. Be Joseph Pfeiffer is a slogan that they want said across America after Saturday night. And I think that that's going to be true, man. I think Joseph Pfeiffer has really crisp striking, and I think that his jiu-jitsu's clean. I think his wrestling's really good. He's really strong. What worries me is Amadovsky's just cage experience. The guy's been in there, he knows the ropes. He knows how to, alternate game plans and win fights. But Joseph Pfeiffer is just such a physical specimen, and I believe in his gas tank to really put a hurting on Alan Amadovsky, who's been chinned. Give me Joseph Pfeiffer by knockout, and I think it comes early, man. I think these guys come out to scrap because Pfeiffer's still going to have some of that Dana White week 2 pep talk in him. I think that carries into his debut, and I think he sleeps Alan Amadovsky quick. What do you got, Kusi?
I mean, look at this. We got this fight on the main card. Joe Pyfer's making his debut. Alan Amandowski doesn't have a UFC win. Um, I mean, they're trying to showcase someone, and it's not Alan Amandowski. They're trying to build the Joe Pyfer highlight reel in this one. And if the UFC has that much confidence in him, I'm gonna pick him. So I think Pyfer gets it done early. Pyfer gets it done in one.
Yeah, round one line's gonna have some value, and right now on the lines you can get Piper by knockout plus 110. That's got value. That's not gonna stay like that for long. What do you got, Dano?
After hearing that, hit that Piper knockout. But this is like another fight we've seen on this card, Zell Hoover. I'm talking contender series, young stud coming off, and his opponent is a older guy who hasn't won in the UFC, like a lower tier fighter in the division. So I think this is set up for Piper. I love the knockout line. Main card spot, really good spot to get him a lot more hype. I think it's a lock. Amandowski has been chinned. He's not a ground guy, doesn't shoot takedown, so it's going to be on the feet, I believe. Give me Piper all day.
Let's go. And we're moving right into the next bout. We got a featherweight scrap between the man, the myth, Andre Fili, 21-9. He's coming out against Bill Algeo, 16-6. Word on the block though, Bill Algeo did take this fight on semi-short notice. Fili has been grinding. He did get knocked out recently, but Fili is a guy that I feel like I can really rely on to come out and give me good performances here, and especially in striking battles. I mean, this guy's so slick on the feet. It feels like he kind of just has a problem when it comes to these guys in this heavy wrestling game, and when they can really make him, think and hesitate on these takedown attempts and stuff. Bill Algeo is not that wrestling pressure. Like, he's a crafty stand-up guy, which makes for a really fun fight in this one. But I do think that Andre Fili is going to be the superior striker in this matchup, and that's where this fight's going to end up for 3 rounds. Fili not known for a lot of power, and I don't think he gets a knockout because Algeo does have a chin. But with Algeo on short notice and Fili really needing to win right now, I could just see Fili coming out being really elusive and really gliding around the octagon, really, establishing a good, clean decision win. And I could see Algeo wearing a lot of shots in this. Yeah, I'm taking Fili, and I'm pretty confident about it too. I like the line. It's about even for a guy that had a full fight camp versus a guy that didn't. For a guy that's probably got cleaner stand up and is way more established on the feet, I'm gonna take Andre Fili. What do you got, Dano?
I'm riding with Bill Algeo. I think Algeo is a dog. I think Andre Fili's nickname, Andre Touchy Fili, dude gets touched up a lot. We've seen him get knocked out. He's had, for me at least, he's had a chin issue some fights of his career, but like you were saying, Andre Fili is a dog himself. He does come to fight. But Algeo, he broke Herbert Burns last fight, and I think it was the New York card. And I just think he's a dog. He's going to dog this one out.
All right, fair take. Goosey, what do you got?
Take a senior perfecto. I think Phil Algio's been putting together some good ass fights lately. He's entertaining in there. He's putting it all together. He's kind of similar to Juicy J, Julian Erosa for me. And I mean, I'm feeling that style after UFC 279. I'm liking it going into this weekend. So it'll be a close fight, but I think Bill Algeo gets it done. He's got good cardio. I know it might be short notice, but he fought in July. He hasn't taken much time off. He was trying to fight again before November. So I think cardio won't be an issue. Skill, he's got a little length. He's going to be a more artistic striker. And I think against Fili's style that could give him some problems. So give me Bill Algeo.
All right, that's going to be a barn burner, no doubt. We're moving into the co-main event, and this one is going to freaking light this place on fire, man. Like, talk about a scrap. We got Chito Najokuani, 22-7. The freaking Chitty bang bang. This man's got fucking fireworks in his fists. He's coming out against Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez, 12-4 Brazilian. This guy's really took a turn. I mean, both these guys, I mean, it almost sucks that they have to fight each other because I like both these guys so much and they both bring so much entertainment to the table. It's like, fuck, man. After this, one of them is really gonna have to like bounce back. Like, damn. But in this fight, man, Gregory Rodriguez, his striking's come so far, and this guy's known for his jiu-jitsu. He's so strong, he's so accomplished in the jiu-jitsu world. It's like, dude, just take everyone down and choke them out, please. But he decides to stand up and trade with everybody. So that's kind of where he's at. And then Chidi Najokuani, he's been through Bellator. He's fought like all these big names. I mean, you go back down his list. I mean, it's ridiculous all the guys he's fought. His XP is through the charts. He's coming off a huge knockout. His confidence is going to be, soaring through the roof, and he's a striker. So in this matchup, man, they're both about the same size. Chidi Njokuani is probably going to have the slight striking advantage. What's really sending me for a toss up right now is Gregory Rodriguez going to take these smart game plan tactics and impose them? Because if Gregory Rodriguez turns into a little bit of a wrestler, maybe shoots a couple takedowns, just enough to keep him guessing, Gregory Rodriguez can easily win this fight. I mean, just that little advantage is probably all it'll take. But in this fight, man, I think I'm gonna ride with Chidi Njokuani. I think that he's gonna have the cleaner hands, and I think that Gregory Rodriguez likes to stand up. And I did watch him and Da Jong Un. When their fight, I mean, Gregory Rodriguez for the most part was losing that stand up, and it was because he had that clean boxing. And he caught him with a shot, but I'm gonna trust Chidi to not get caught and to keep that clean stand up against Gregory Rodriguez. Really put it on him. Close decision, hard shots on both sides, but Chidi comes out on top. Let's go, Dana. What do you got?
These dudes hit so hard. This fight's gonna be a banger. I think a lock for this fight at least would be under 2.5. Not because these guys do have chin issues. I don't believe they do, but just because they hit so damn hard. Um, and I'm gonna ride with Chidi as well. And I just feel like you said in the Daun Jung fight, he was getting touched up. He gets touched up almost 6 times a minute, but Rodriguez also dishes it out 6 times a minute. So it's just when I think about it, Chidi hits so hard, dude. I just don't know if Rodriguez can hold up. Um, and I don't think he will, but it could go either way.
It's really a 50-50 toss up. It really is that tight. Goosey, what do you got?
Clean sweep because I'm going Chitty too. I think he's going to hit the button pretty early. The fight that really gives me confidence in Chitty in this one is on the Contender Series. Jordan Williams knocked out RoboCop, and it was basically because Greg Rodriguez likes to exit the pocket with his arms out and kind of leaves his chin up. And Jordan Williams is explosive, lengthy striker that was able to hit over the top, clip his chin. And I think that Chitty with a 5-inch reach advantage definitely is going to have a speed advantage as well. All that power, I think it adds up to a knockout for him. So that's what I'm going to pick.
Let's go. And both these guys are not scared to trade. So, I mean, under 2.5, I like that, Dano. I think I might dabble in that too. Stay tuned to the Geek Sheet for all those kinds of snipes. We're moving into the main event. We got Corey Sandhagen, 14-4, coming out against Song Yudong, 19-6. Let's put this out right now. Song Yudong is 24 years old. All right. Corey Sandhagen, 30 years old. Definitely in his prime right now. Looking for, these big wins to put him right back in this title picture. He definitely wants that, revenge fight with Algo. This fight for me comes down to Corey Sandhagen is just an overall way better fighter, way more elusive and artistic on the feet, where I've seen Song Yudong struggle in the past. I'm not going to overthink this. I do think Song Yudong is super talented. This guy's got great crisp boxing, super fast, fighting at a super young age. He's already got all these great, wins and experience. But at the end of the day, Chito Vera was, hitting him from distance. There's a couple other guys that, he's been close decisions with. And Corey Sandhagen is just a guy that really can float around you and be that annoying pest that you can't touch. And Song Yudong definitely is kind of like a, guard up, walk you down opponent. And Corey Sandhagen does, a lot of his best work against guys that kind of just walk in a straight line. So I do think Corey Sandhagen does school him. I do think it's a masterclass. I think Song Yudong might land a couple good punches. Maybe he drops Corey in one of these rounds, but Corey Sandhagen's going to win at least 4 of these rounds, I believe. So that's what I'm riding. I think Corey Sandhagen by decision is a very valid play. What do you got, Goosey?
I'm gonna go Corey Sandhagen. I'm a little bit nervous that Song Yudong will get the knockout because he does have crazy power. Sandhagen is hittable. That being said, matchups that give me confidence for Sandhagen are guys like Joey Lineker. That nobody really hits harder than Joey Lineker, and Sandhagen was able to keep coming forward through some of those shots that were hitting pretty clean. And then Song Yadong's loss to Kyler Phillips really sticks out to me because Phillips has that artistic striking style similar to Sandhagen. He's able to mix it up with the grappling, and very similar style to Sandhagen. Just Sandhagen has fought better competition, more prepared, and I think that experience will show. So I'm going to take Sandhagen, especially in a 5-rounder. I think gives him an advantage. Those championship rounds, he's been there, he's done that. Song Yudong, on the other hand, is making his main event debut for the UFC. So Corey Sandhagen definitely has the advantage, but don't sleep on that Song Yudong knockout. But my pick's gonna be Corey.
Let's go, Daniel. What do you got?
I'm riding with Corey too. I like how you were saying it. He's going to school him because I think the same. Looking at Yadong when he lost to Kyler Phillips, Cody Stamen, what they really used and utilized in that fight was the ground game, takedowns, a little bit of ground control here and there. And I don't know if Corey Sandhagen can do that, right? He's only had, I think, 5 takedowns in his 10 UFC fights. But we saw some good groundwork against Dillashaw. So if he can utilize that maybe a little bit, like how Dom Cruz does trips, like do some cool trips out there on Song Yadong. But if it's a straight stand-up fight, I could be worried about the Yadong knockout. But I'm gonna ride with Corey. Trust Corey. He's still in his prime. Yadong's young, 24. He could take this loss. I feel like if Corey loses this one, especially in a bad fashion, it could really hurt his title shot. He's so close.
Yeah, facts. And these fights are pretty damn good. This main card's shaping up to look pretty nice. So those are the picks and predictions. All of the main card. Check us out. We're on fire right now. Subscribe, hit the like button, and get after us on all that sheesh because we're pumping content for the
9-4, 5 underdog hits last week. Let's keep it rolling.
Chef's Keys, my boy. All right, we out.